continue with our top stories. Campaigns continue with development agendas. Appreciates investment climate in Tanzania. Good evening, I am Teddy Mparinyanga. You can also follow us live via YouTube channel TBC Online and also get all the latest news through our Instagram, Facebook and X pages at TBC Online. President Samia Suluhu Hassan has congratulated Arthur Peter Mutharika of Malawi on his victory of presidency on Malawi general elections. Commenting on her X account, President Samia says on behalf of the government of Tanzania, she congratulates the president-elect of Malawi, saying she looks forward to work together and strengthen historic ties. She further commends President Lazarus Chakwera and the people of Malawi for a peaceful election and smooth transition. Mutharika defeated President Chakwera, getting 57% of the votes compared to his rivals, 33%. Chama cha Mapinduzi CCM presidential candidate Samia Suluhu Hassan pledges to send agriculture experts in Lindi to analyze seaweed production if it is efficient for construction of industry that will add value to the crop. Samia made the promise in Mchinga, Lindi region, where she was addressing a campaign rally.
Wakulima wa mwani tutaleta wataalamu waje waangalie.
To you seaweed farmers, we'll bring in experts to assess the level of seaweed production. If it is sufficient, we'll find a way to build a factory that will add value to the seaweed so that you can sell the seaweed with added value.
She also spoke about cashew nuts and fishery sector.
Tutaendelea na ruzuku za pembejeo.
We will continue with subsidies for inputs. We will provide free sulfur and free pesticides to control pests so that cashew production increases. At the same time, I will continue working hard to find markets with higher prices. In the next phase, we will continue providing boats and fishing equipment.
Samia Suluhu Hassan has concluded her campaigns in Lindi region. National Reconstruction Alliance NRA presidential candidate Hassan Almas says if elected to power, he will make sure that there is one development policy for the nation. Addressing at a campaign in Kigamboni, Dar es Salaam, Almas says national policy will draw a sustainable vision for country's development.
Moja ambalo ni la msingi sana. Tumesema tunahitaji sera ya taifa la Tanzania.
One very important point is that we need a national policy for Tanzania. Tanzania has been governed by party manifestos, which are 5 years old. We want to have long-term goals for 100 to 200 years that will take the nation to development.
He says under his administration, all political parties will have one national flag on their stages. On revenue collection, Hassan Almas says his party will have one institution for tax collection. In Singida, Ada Tadea presidential candidate George Busungu says if he has an opportunity of becoming president of the country for the next 5 years, he will strengthen markets for crops so that the farmers benefit from the sector. Campaigning in Singida, Busungu highlights on key areas of implementation once in power, taking into consideration technology advancements.
Panga kwamba tutajenga mji wa teknolojia.
We will build a technological city which we plan to call Bongo Technological City. All children with exceptional talent will be sent there to discover and innovate.
On his part, Ada Tadea running mate Ali Makame Isa says if elected, he will protect the Union of Tanzania and Zanzibar, emphasizing on the nation's peace. And in today's Beyond the Ballot segment, we explore NCCR Mageuzi.
Haji Ambari Hamis, presidential candidate for NCCR Mageuzi, is a sailor born in the 1960s in the southern part of Pemba Island.
Soma chuo, lakini chuo cha ufundi Mbweni.
I studied at Mbweni Technical College, And while studying, I got supplementary exams in some subjects. Later, I became a sailor.
He began his political journey in 1992 with the Ada Tadea Party, and in 1995, he officially joined NCCR Mageuzi.
Nikagombea ubunge mwaka 95.
I contested for a parliamentary seat in 1995, but the voters were not enough. My colleague from CAF won.
Like many ambitious politicians, Haji has served in various positions within the party.
Nikavuka, nikawa mjumbe wa halmashauri kuu ya taifa.
I became a member of the National Executive Council of NCCR Mageuzi. Later in the year 2000, I became the chairperson of NCCR Mageuzi.
In 2010, NCCR Mageuzi nominated him to contest for the presidency of Zanzibar.
Kwa hiyo mwaka huu nimeamua kugombea urais wa Jamhuri ya Muungano wa Tanzania.
This year, I have decided to run for the presidency of the United Republic of Tanzania. I did so because I have already contested for the position of member of the parliament, president of Zanzibar, and vice presidential running met, and now it is time to run for the presidency.
His drive to run for the presidency is motivated by a desire to serve Tanzanians.
Hamu yangu kubwa ni kuwatumikia wa Tanzania.
My greatest desire is to serve Tanzanians, to do good things for them so that they may be grateful to me and pray for me, so that tomorrow I may go to heaven before God.
Health, natural resources, and mining are among the key priorities of NCCR Mageuzi's manifesto. Haji emphasizes that NCCR Mageuzi is committed to maintaining peace.
Kwa hiyo ukimuona mtu anazungumzia kuichafua amani, huyo akiipiwe na aogopewe kama umeme.
If you see someone talking about disturbing peace, the person should be avoided and feared. Such a person is dangerous.
Faitha Ngaga, TBC News for Beyond the Ballot.
East African Oil Pipeline EACOP Construction Company has started to implement development projects in 9 villages where the pipeline passes. Speaking in Dar es Salaam during a signing ceremony of construction contract, an official from Rural Water Supply and Sanitation Agency Ruwasa Water Curator says they will develop water infrastructures.
Today we had a very good session of signing ceremony. Actually, Ruwasa had signed contract with EACOP. EACOP is the East Africa Crude Oil Pipeline, the one who are constructing the pipeline from Uganda. And this is part of CCR for them, but we, Ruwasa, we are the beneficiary. Our commitment is we'll give them full cooperation on whatever they are doing so that we can complete the construction of a water scheme in those 9 villages. Because Ruwasa is capable, we've constructed a lot of projects, and this one will give them that. We'll share with them our experience, hoping that they will increase the number of villages in the future.
On his part, Acting Director of EACOP in Tanzania, Geoffrey Mponda, says they are providing essential needs to the community, being efforts of supporting the government.
The memorandum of understanding between the 2 entities with the value of 1.4 billion Tanzanian shillings to support networking supply of water in rural areas. The scope and coverage, we believe it will help the community of Tanzania and also bring about water sustainability initiative being stable at all the time in Tanzania. But again, we open the door for Ruwasa to partner with EACOP, and this door set a milestone now to have rollover plan over the coming years. We know that we are at the construction stage, but further we'll move to the operation stage, whereby at least the company will generate some revenues. We think in that area, by that time, we'll be able to support other initiatives with our strategic partner called Ruwasa.
He says there are more than 225 villages from Chongoliani in Tanga region to Mtukula in Uganda, whereby the implementation of the EACOP project continues. And on to the next news, the ambassador of Denmark to Tanzania, Jesper Kamaskad says relations between Denmark and Tanzania have continued to strengthen, particularly in trade and investment. While praising the country's favorable investment climate, he added that these strong bilateral ties have also fostered cooperation in other key sectors, including education, health, and environmental conservation. Ambassador Kamaskad made the remarks in an exclusive interview with TBC News and our reporter, Rioba Stephen, marking 1 year since his posting in Tanzania.
When we talk about clean energy, Denmark is already supporting the clean cooking initiative. We pledged around $10 million at a conference in Paris earlier this year for the global clean cooking initiatives, which Tanzania will also benefit from. And in terms of energy, we would like to do also more in the area of renewable energy. Tanzania has an ambition plan in that area. They just finalized a new power sector master plan. But there are still some reforms in the energy sector that needs to be undertaken. So I'm aware that TANESCO is preparing a review of its tariff structure. So that is one, I think, additional reform that I know Tanzania is working on, but that needs to be implemented if Tanzania really wants to bring in the private sector in its energy production.
If a Danish entrepreneur call you right now and ask you for a piece of advice, like I want to invest in Tanzania, what would be your first advice?
I think my first piece of advice would be to work with the Embassy of Denmark. And then I would also underline the importance of finding the right partners. There are some really strong partners in Tanzania, which it is important to find and explore, so that you are sure that you are going in with reliable partners also that are really interested in making business for the benefit both of themselves but also for the benefits of Tanzania. So I think that would be my first piece of advice. The reason I'm saying that they should work with the Danish embassy is also that I think it's always important when you come into as an investor to Tanzania that you also work with the authorities. And I think we have pretty good access to those authorities and has a pretty good knowledge about what kind of doors needs to be opened to make your business happen here in Tanzania.
Various programs run by the Dutch Embassy in Tanzania for Tanzanian youth have enabled 6 million youth to gain knowledge on various issues, including agriculture, democracy, human rights, and the use of technology in reporting incidents of gender-based violence. Speaking at the Sustainable Development Goals Day celebrations organized by the Dutch Embassy to Tanzania, the embassy's program officer, Chikulupi Kasaka, says the celebrations aim to unite youth in East Africa to provide a broader understanding of the implementation of the sustainable goals. Emmanuel Samo reports.
The voice of young people from various higher learning institutions, secondary schools, primary schools, and entrepreneurs from East African countries who joined the Embassy of Netherlands to celebrate 10 years of sustainable development in the world.
It is the 10th year since the initiation of Sustainable Development Goals. Therefore, we make this day special by bringing youth together to discuss issues that contribute to sustainable development.
Kasaka says the Embassy of Netherlands is proud to be part of the success through implementation of various projects that target young people and help them achieve their dreams.
For example, in one program, we have collaborated with the Itai Tanzania Youth Organization to create a cartoon that explains and educates the community about climate change in the country, which is one among sustainable goals.
The ambassador of Netherlands to Tanzania, Majo Corporates, says challenges of poverty and clean cooking energy are among issues that directly affect the lives of young people.
On a day like this, it is important that we show to the world that it takes courage, and it's up to all of us, but certainly also to the youth who are the future of Africa, future of the world, to realize these SDG goals, be it eradication of poverty, being it like clean energy, but that's a task we have to take up together.
Youth attending the event share their views.
So I'm very glad to be here as part of a change maker and also an action plan executor myself for Sustainable Development Goals, together with so many other stakeholders, and thankful for the Dutch Embassy for hosting this, because it gets us to see how diverse we can come with multiple approach to really solve and to really tackle some of the challenges.
Also, there's zero hunger. And because we practice intercropping as a sustainable farming method.
Include children in the SDGs. Start with kids when they are 10, not 20. Because when you start with that, when we are older, the SDGs will fail.
The move is part of the efforts to achieve the Sustainable Development Goals SDGs, especially goal number 5, which concerns gender equality.
Youth with SDGs.
Emmanuel Samuel, TBC News.
The acting manager of Tanzania Insurance Regulatory Authority, TIRA, Lake Zone Oyuke Faustin Philemon, urges key stakeholders in mining sector to have insurance for their mining activities to ensure their safety. Speaking to TBC News at the ongoing 8th Mining Technology Exhibition at the Dr. Samia Suluhu Hassan Exhibition Grounds in Geita region, Philemon says it is important for mining stakeholders to protect their equipment and operations.
So we are in this exhibition specifically to make sure that the insurance sector is well aligned with the minerals exhibition and minerals activities in this country. We know that the mineral sector contributes a lot in the economy, so we wanted us also to align the goals of the insurance sector to the minerals sector. We know we are the protectors of the country's economy in terms of social protection and in terms of wealth creation and protection. So we are here to make sure that all these members who are participating here see the value and tap in the insurance product in Tanzania.
Studies show eyes diseases in children under 7 years of age can be cured if early diagnosis is done. Speaking at the opening of the training on dealing with eye challenges for children in Mbeya, pediatric ophthalmologist and head of the eye department at Mbeya Zonal Referral Hospital, Dr. Barnabas Mshangila, says in most cases parents delay to take their children to hospitals.
Why we are focusing on children? Because most conditions which cause blindness in children are preventive and can be prevented or can be treated. So whenever so our aim is to catch them as early as possible. Because if you delay to make intervention and the child reaches the age of more than 7 years, even after intervention, the outcome will not be good.
Health specialists insist on treatment and facilities to treat children.
So that's the goal of our organization, to support zonal and regional hospitals so that more children can regain their sight. We estimate in this zone, the Southern Island zones, that there are about 4,000 children who are blind, and about a third of that count are children who are blind because of cataract. So it is an objective of our program with the Mbeya Zonal Referral Hospital, working with the regions to make sure that we can identify those children so that they can be offered services and that these children can regain their sight.
And according to the World Health Organization, we are required to have one center for each 10 million population. And this is the 5th center, and we are very thankful to our partners who are supporting us in establishing these centers, and specifically I'll mention the Kilimanjaro Center for Community Ophthalmology, which has supported the Mbeya Zonal Referral Hospital in the strengthening of the human resource infrastructure and availability of equipment to support it to conduct or to perform the tertiary services for children.
Ophthalmologists from 7 regions along with chief physicians from regional hospitals are attending the training in Mbeya region on challenges of low vision in children. In case you have missed any of our stories, remember you can always go to our YouTube channel at TBC Online and watch anytime, anywhere across the globe. Before concluding the local news tonight, let us take a look at today's exchange rates according to the Bank of Tanzania BOT. Don't miss TBC News every weekday to know all the latest in exchange rates. Sports news up next. And in sports news, Vice Chairman of the Dar es Salaam Regional Basketball Association, Malale Mwaswanya, says investment from various stakeholders in the Basketball League has increased competition and enthusiasm for clubs participating in the league this season. Speaking to TBC News, Malale says it is time for other stakeholders and fans of the game to join forces in the ongoing semi-final games to give value to the league.
Sana ligi imekuwa kubwa sana na wachezaji wanafaidika kupitia ligi. Na hicho ni
our league has been grown and it has been the wish of many people to see player benefit more from it. Basketball fans have been increasing every day as some choose to watch on television while others prefer to come to the stadium. Another point I want to highlight is the improvement of the stadium, which has encouraged the fans to participate more in the game.
The Dar es Salaam Regional Basketball League continues at the Don Bosco and Upanga stadiums for the semi-final games when Dar City is expected to play against Stain Warriors tomorrow. Principal of Bagamoyo Institute of Arts and Culture, Tasuba, Dr. Herbert Makoye, says the partnership established between Tasuba and India will help promote talents of Tanzanian youth in the field of arts and culture and thus produce artworks that will compete in the global market. Speaking after being handed over various types of books by the Indian Embassy in the country, Dr. Makoye says India has agreed to provide training to the teachers of the institute, which will be a great weapon to teach young people modern skills to produce artworks that will be compatible with the digital market. A statement supported by a representative of the Indian Embassy at the event.
On behalf of the Tasuba community, I sincerely thank the High Commission of India to Tanzania through the Swami Vivekananda Cultural Center, in particular for donating these valuable books, learning material to our institute. These books are going to be one of the auspicious learning and teaching resources to both students and instructors at our institute. This support and teaching resources to both students and instructors has come at the right time, because from next month we are embarking on the project of expanding our library by erecting a new building in order to cater for more users, including expanding our catalog. Therefore, we pray that this tradition of your support, of supporting our institute, will continue and hopefully make our new library as one of the best in Tanzanian training institutions.
So there are many scholarships which have also been given by Indian High Commission. There are around 1,000 scholarships which you can find on the website and can apply. Young students and also faculty members can apply for these scholarships to go to India and engage in short-term and long-term courses.
This is just beginning of these collaborations and discussions, and all discussions, unless implemented, remains only discussion. So I'm sure our colleagues, Mr. Rajneesh is here, who looks after the education. Please contact him once we are through. He is going to update you all about the scholarships, also of the future programs. Meaningfully contribute to what you all are involved day in and day out to develop those students, the budding artists. and we will be happy to be part of your journey.
A total of 40 books on various disciplines, including arts and culture, have been handed over to the Tasuba Institute by the Indian Embassy in the country, the aim being to enhance the skills of students and teachers at the institute. That is sports news, and now before we conclude the news bulletin for tonight, let's take a look at the weather forecast for the next 24 hours.
Hello dear viewers, and thank you for joining us for the weather forecast. And cool temperatures are still expected over most part of the country, with lowest minimum temperature of 10 degrees at Njombe region. And for tomorrow, wind is expected to flow at the speed of 20 kilometers per hour for the southern part of Lake Tanganyika together with Lake Rukwa, and a speed of 30 kilometers per hour for the Lake Victoria, northern part of Lake Tanganyika, Lake Nyasa together with the entire coast, and the state of the sea generally is expected to be moderate. And also for tomorrow, we expect Kigoma, Kagera, Geita, Mwanza, Simiyu together with Mara regions to feature with partly cloud conditions, thunder showers over a few areas together with sun periods. And for the rest part of the country, I just expected to feature with partly cloud conditions together with sun periods. Let us see the next 4 days forecast from different cities and regions. Dar es Salaam sun period together with light rain are expected. Dodoma sun period is expected. Mbeya sun period is expected. Mwanda thunder showers are expected. Kilimanjaro sun period is expected. Morogoro sun period is expected. And for Arusha also sun period is expected. I'm Rebecca William from Tazama Meteorological Authority. Thank you.
That is all we have for tonight. Do not miss our next bulletin in Kiswahili at 11 p.m. On behalf of the whole team, I am Teddy Mpanyanga. Have a lovely, lovely night.